For me, life began when I came into myself and realized that I am a human being. I am not just a human being, but I am a man. And that happened after my breakup.
You know, we've walked this journey together and you were so lucky.
I had been in a relationship for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, that breakup really threw me off, because I thought I was being the best version of me, only to come to realize that there were things about myself I had not yet settled. And people can walk together and still differ. Yeah. And that happens. People can be the best people individually, but together they are not, you know. Yeah. So being intentional and working with things as they are, as opposed to how I don't want them to be, those are the two things that have actually helped me.
Just say that again. Deep.
Being intentional,
yeah,
and working with things as they are, not as you want them to be.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the two things that have helped me. So when you're working with things as they are, that does not mean you do not have intention to make them change.
Better,
you know,
yes.
Because, like I said, being intentional, and two, working with things as they are.
Okay.
So I went through a program. For some reason, people really thought out this program, but it helped me. It's called Man Enough. The timing of it was perfect for what I was going through.
Was it
at that
intentional
particular
to
time.
go through the program, or it was just
somebody suggested it?
Oh,
so so
okay.
She was grooming me for herself. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, but then she realized I'm very damaged. Akaniambia, wewe.
Yeah.
And ile program inaweza kusaidia sana. And then after nimetoka kwa hiyo program, alikuwa sha move on na mtu mwingine.
So kwenye program ya how long?
Miezi kadhaa. Ni venye sasa mimi nilirealize baadaye that I was being groomed for her. By her. But then I was like, I was glad I went for it, because it helped me discover the man in me. So the reason why I say it was during this breakup, it was at that time that I realized I actually needed my father a lot, like heavily. I needed to understand what I'm going through. I needed help in processing what I was going through in that breakup. I was like, I need to understand what is it about me that made this not work, and why, as a man, would I be put in a position where I'd question the manhood, my own manhood. So I needed my father at that time. So I tried reaching out.
So needing your father at this point, he wasn't there. So
my father left Kenya to work in the UK, I think when I was in class 8.
Okay.
No, when I was 8 years old, not class 8, I was in class 3. Mm-hmm. The next time I saw him was 18 years later. I was 26. That's the next time I saw him. From then, I saw him when I was 26. So by that time, I'm my own man.
Yes.
So on that year that he came is the same year that I took advantage, because he'd just come into the country. Like, because I have this person that I'm with, let us do the Rorashio, and since you're here, let me take advantage. I'll have my father and my mother present. Yeah. Perfect. So had the wedding, had the traditional wedding, finished everything. Everything went well. Then 2 years later, vitu zikaanza kukwama. So even as he came, we had never had conversations, heart-to-heart conversations, because it was just awkward. Like, he doesn't know the kind of man that I am. I don't know the kind of man that he is. I don't understand him as a man. I just see him as a father, not as a man, you know. And those are two different things, as a father and as a man, especially in terms of relationships. Okay. My relationship with him as a father and my relationship with him as a man. So I knew he was my father. He sired me. Yes. But then as a man, I did not have a connection with him. So after now my breakup, going through my emotions, living in my one bedroom in Donholm, where my living room was my bedroom, with my one mattress there, and then my bedroom was my store where I put everything else. Hey. It was a good stage. It was a good place to begin.
You hated the traffic more than the house.
I hated the traffic. I loved the house. I loved being in the house. Yes. I hated getting to the house. I remember, starting over when in that house.
Isn't that like the hardest thing
At
ever?
that time I did all my shopping at Nakumatt Lifestyle. Makosa sana, don't ever do your shopping in the same place. Cause sasa ni ile sufuria, kijiko, basin, everything, cause I left everything. Ni mattress nilibeba na nguo.
Yes.
Everything else I left in my previous relationship.
Yes.
So huyo teller alikuwa akaniambia, "Oh, okay. So ndio umetoka kwa mama yako."
Woi.
Hata ungesema ndio nimetoka kwa bibi, uliona tu ni kwa mama yangu. Unidunishe hivyo.
Mimi na miaka yangu.
Mimi na miaka zangu 20 ilikuwa ngapi hiyo? Ilikuwa miaka ngapi? 26, 27. Wait, it was in 2000 and checking na tunaga issues na miaka yetu. 2015.
2015, yeah.
2015, I was 28. Yeah. Yes. So like, ndio umetoka kwa mama yangu, nasema, okay, it is well. Took me like 2 more months before I could buy a bed. Another 2 months before I could now get some appliances, and then I moved from there now back to Kawasukari, where I now continued rebuilding my life. Yeah. But anyway, so during that phase, I remember I was just seated on the mattress. Bia juu bedroom haikuwa inashika network, niko hapo kwa living room na mattress yangu. Hakuna TV, hakuna kitu, mimi tu na laptop yangu hapo na wifi. Hey. And I was just trying to have a conversation with my dad. I was just trying to chat with him. And he threw it back at me and just said, if you want money, tell me, I'll send you money. I was like, okay, you'd already sent money. I had been able to buy these things because having just abruptly been pulled away from. So I was to get a loan from him to do a business, to start my business, to buy equipment so that I can start my own production. Yeah. But then by the time the money came, I could only now use it to rebuild. Yeah. So if you just need more money, just tell me. No, I just want to have a conversation with my dad. Say, you look like you're depressed. Talk to your mother. I was like,
excuse me?
No, I need to have a conversation with my dad. Say, whatever you're going through right now, you need to be like a Givenji. Givenjis are not like that. I was like, okay, I have not related with you well enough to know how Givenjis are supposed to be. So tell me. What should Givenjis behave like? Yeah, kaniambia, if you just want to talk to somebody, talk to your mom. So he messaged my mom. So my mom now got so worried because every time my mom would talk to me, mwanaume, mimi niko sawa. I mean, yes, I'm in pain, but niko sawa. But then the alarmist in my dad throwing it now to my mom now calls me alarmed.
Yeah.
It's like, are you okay? My son, nini? Mimi niko sawa. I just wanted to have a conversation with my dad. Clearly, he's not capable of it.